Hello and welcome. My name is Melissa, and today I want to talk to you about what to do when you hate your current job, but for some reason or another, you can't leave. Either the money's too good, or you're just too close to retirement, or you simply cannot find something better right now. Whatever the reason is, you have to stay there, and you need some help to make the remainder of your time as pleasant as possible. This video is for you. So in the last video I made about questions you should ask yourself if you're too afraid to quit your job, which if you haven't watched it, I'll link it down below. But that got me thinking, not everyone has that luxury. Of course, if it's an issue of being underpaid or a toxic work environment or harassment, then yeah, definitely you should leave because nothing's worth more than your self-respect. But for everyone else, it may just be a crappy job and may even be causing some depression and anxiety. Now, while you may be feeling that you're going to be stuck there forever and see no end in sight, there are ways to see light at the end of the tunnel with these 4 steps. Step number 1 is taking responsibility. First thing to realize, and will make all of this easier, is to accept that wherever you are in life right now is entirely because of the decisions that you made or didn't make. And even things that have happened to you that are out of your control. Let me give you an example. The people that have been through traumatic experiences, things that the average person will never know, always deal with it in 2 ways. Number 1, they go through the trauma, they recover, then they become public speakers or activists, they start to fight for something that's important to them. They turn this horrible thing that happened into a cause worth fighting for. The second way I've seen them deal with it is they fall into a depression. Maybe they get addicted to alcohol or drugs or whatever it is. They never seem to fully recover from what happened to them. Now again, neither one chose to have this trauma happen to them, but there was a choice as to how they were going to react to it. Because for there to be 2 very different reactions, it has to be a choice. No one person is born stronger than another. We all have the same opportunity. We may not be able to choose what happens to us, but we can choose how to react to it. And that's the point I want to drive home. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to decide how you're going to handle this. Maybe you can't control your boss or your coworkers or whether you're going to get a raise or not or whatever it is, but we can control you and what actions you're going to take to get out of this funk you're in, because it is a funk. Step number 2, know your why. Now that we've taken responsibility for what's happened to us and what's going to happen, it's important to know why you're doing this. What do you want from your life? What wakes you up in the morning? Why are you enduring this? Is it because you want more money? Well, what do you want to do with that money? Do you want to buy a house one day? Do you want to help your parents? Do you want to put your kids through college? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to take a trip one day? What would make it worth it for you to get your butt up every day and get to work determined? If your why doesn't move and compel you, you need to find a bigger why. Because it better be something good for you to put yourself through all this. If you're going to suffer, then make it worth something. If you haven't figured out your big why, please take the time to do so. This is the most important step, so please don't skip it. This is going to keep you motivated when you don't feel like doing anything. This is going to remind you why you started when you feel like quitting. Step number 3, get informed. Now that you know what your big why is, do your research about it. How much would you need to save to accomplish it? And how long will it take? And begin to form a plan. What are your options? Is a raise for you a possibility? I know when a lot of people hear this, they're going to be like, yeah, I can't ask for a raise. But why not? Why not you? Just ask. You have nothing to lose. Life gives you what you ask for. And if you ask and they say no, well, then they said no. No big deal. But what if they say yes? And now you're that much closer to your goal. Find your own way to get to your goal. You do not have to do it like everybody else. And finally, step 4, get laser focused. So now this job, instead of it being an unending loop of depressing and crappy, has just become a means to an end, which is great. That means it's not permanent. That means you're not stuck there anymore. That means your suffering has an end date. I guarantee knowing that this negative feeling you're having has an end date, it will make it that much easier for you to deal with. So become laser focused, pick up extra shifts, sell something, get a second job, do whatever you need to do to meet your goal and get out of there. Like Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else so that one day you can live like no one else. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment below what's your big why.